What happen when we die? I wonder. Do y'all niggas know? Because I know exactly what's going to happen to our ass when we die. But this for all the people that don't know what's going to happen when we die. Is you scared to death? You scared to die? Why are you scared to die, though? Because you think you can't come back? What you think death is? You think it's going to be like a dark place you can't get out of? It's like being asleep, but you're trying to wake up, but you can't wake up. But you can kind of feel yourself alive, but your body stiff. You think that's what it is? Or you think it's like they say, if you did good, you're going to go to heaven in some white, shining light. And if you did bad, you're going to go to some fire, dark place. Or is it just going to be nothing? Well, I'm about to tell your ass exactly what's going to happen to you when you die. See, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people going to come right back to this place. But that don't mean you're going to come back as a human, though. You might come back as a frog. You might come back as a roach. You might come back as a sex slave. I guess we'll never know. Only your ass gonna know. When you sitting up here jumping around like a fucking cricket because you did a lot of hoe shit. And now you can't come back as an eagle or some shit. Now you gotta worry about motherfuckers hunting your ass. What you think death gonna be? I'm gonna give y'all a couple more times to guess before you figure it out. Well, your first transition is gonna take you 7 motherfucking weeks when you die. 7 weeks. 7 weeks. It's gonna take you 7 weeks to go through your transition. And when you're going through your transition, you're gonna see all kind of fucked up shit. First is gonna be like things you like, things you didn't get to do, bitches you didn't get to fuck. Maybe your kids, you ain't gonna see them again. Who knows? Either way it go, your ass gonna be alone. Everything you seeing is not gonna be real. It's just gonna be an illusion, a pigment of your imagination. You gonna feel like everything you touching is real, and then you're gonna try to talk to your family. And nobody gonna be able to hear you. You gonna be sitting there trying to reach and touch people. But everybody gonna be ignoring your ass because they can't see you. But in your mind, you think you're still there. And then you're gonna get scared. And then that's when all hell gonna break loose. Yeah. That's when you're gonna start seeing everything you scared of. All the little scary faces and shit, all your fears. You might be scared of falling out of a plane. Well, imagine just sitting there falling and can't never stop falling, motherfucker, but you just feeling the feeling of falling with no gravity until it feel like stopping. Yeah, that's what your ass in for. We all in for it. Or maybe your ass scared of sharks. Or maybe you scared of rats. And imagine a whole bunch of rats just running all over your body and you can't stop them. Oh yeah, all your worst motherfucking fears, nigga, get ready for them. Oh yeah, because you got to face them. Your bitch ass should have faced them while you was alive and you didn't, nigga. So now your ass got to face it when it's time for your ass to go to the bar, nigga. 7 weeks is what it's going to take your ass, 49 days. And if once you make it through all that, you might be able to go into the next stage of consciousness and awareness, and you go into this like bright ass light, and then you never come back into the human body again. You just go off into like the next dimension type shit that can't nobody else get to. But most of us never get to that stage because you got to be like a Buddhist monk. You know, one of them motherfuckers that sit there and meditate their whole entire life and never talk. You got to be one of them type of motherfuckers. Yeah. So you got to keep your mouth closed and vibrate and meditate. That way when you die, you on this high level plane of vibration. You know what I'm saying? Most of us talk too much, so we don't vibrate that high. Like me. We all coming back. Don't worry. We gonna die, and we gonna attach on to our illusions and shit, and we gonna be right back. But we might not come back as a human. That's the only thing. That's a trick. You might come back as a cockroach, fucking crawfish. Nigga, who wanna be a crawfish, my nigga? You can get fucking served up on Sunday at any motherfucking given moment. So who really wanna come back as a crawfish? I mean, if I come back as a crawfish, my nigga, I'm purposely gonna die. I'm swimming to the the nearest goddamn alligator I can find, and I'm dying. I'm a suicide app mission. I'm going right back to dorm, and I'm going right back through the process. I ain't staying no motherfucking crawfish, nigga. That shit dead. About to be no motherfucking crawfish, nigga. Fuck, I look like being a crawfish. Nigga, come back as a snail. Imagine coming back as a snail after you die. You did all that fuck shit. And then you come back as a motherfucking snail. That's your motherfucking fault, nigga. Imagine you stitching on everybody, right? And you come back as a real rat. Born next to a goddamn snake nest. Yeah. Nigga, your time ain't gonna be long. See, you gonna go through the 7 stages of all the bad things you did, right? It's gonna be like a prison. And you go out to pass all those tests. So if you did some good shit and you go through all them 7 stages and they check you off and you did good deeds through all your 7, then they might let you come back reincarnated as a human. Cause only thing that's worth good putting back into the earth is good things. So you gotta be like a real good person. Say you never stole, you never lied, you did your best to serve other people, you treated everybody the way you wanted to be treated, you was full of love and joy, then them people coming back. But all the fucked up people ain't coming back. And if you do come back, you're gonna come back as like a cockroach or a snail or a crawfish, some shit you don't want to be. Cause you gotta learn your lesson. Like if you was a bully, you gotta come back and get bullied. And then you gotta come back to life again so you don't have to be a bully no more. Bet you coming back as a duck. And the first day you crack out the egg, your ass get snatched up by an eagle. You gotta get long to live. You must have did some fuck shit. See, I believe when I die and I come back, I'm gonna come back as like a snake or a crocodile or an owl or some shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get blessed. Just fly around and do a bunch of bullshit. Be ignorant as hell. A lot of y'all gonna come back as a snail, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna come back as a fucking snail. Cause you was moving too slow in life. God, like, all right, fuck it, man. Universe, like, this nigga's moving slow anyway in life, man. We gonna let that nigga come back as a snail. That's what's gonna happen to you, though. You gotta go through the 7 stages. And once you're done with the 7 stages, and you going through all that torment and torture and shit, and you laying there, boom, you come back to life. Or you might just go back into consciousness and awareness and shit and go up there with the rest of the God energies and shit. And then you finally see what God look like. If you had the choice, though, you was about to die. You is dead. And they say, you know what? We'll wipe your whole memory clean. You come back to life. And you get to relive everything over again. Peaceful. Or you get to come back to life and remember everything and remember who you was and all the shit you went through. But you're not guaranteed no peace or nothing. You probably guaranteed to go through the same bullshit and the same pain you just left from. Would you go back with your memory or would you go back without your memory? Let me know in the comments, motherfucker. I'm out.